Man in the Hat TCG here, and who do we have?
James Worley.
And what did you do today?
I played Branded Tri-brigade.
Branded Tri-brigade. Alright, let's see that list.
Alright, so starting off with the Rescue Cat, we don't play the Bird variant. Bird variant's pretty bricky, it's bad in this variant. This is just full combo on its own. Gets you a really disgusting end board. Fractal, we all know what this does. Pitch it, send kit, send nerve ball, get anything you need. Banish cards, summon from the extra deck. 3 kit, 3 nerve ball, 2 Karas. Newest addition to the deck, we got Merc. This card basically says if it's banished, add 1 card from your deck to your hand that specifically lists Fallen of Alabaz. And you're gonna add Albion effect, send the trap adds this back to hand, and when you have a fusion monster on your side of the field, this card becomes a monster negate in hand. Albion, a lot of people consider this a brick, it's not. You can pitch for cost, draw a card on its resolution, and if you're unable to get into your branded fusion plays that turn, then you can just keep adding it back every time you banish the Merc, and just keep pitching the rest of your branded cards, drawing cards in addition. The one of Alabaz because you have to. That's it for the playable monsters. Then we're at hand traps. We have a shit ton of hand traps. Triple Nib. That's what I like about it. Triple Ogre. We gotta hit every Fateful Adventure we can. Triple Ash. Triple Valor. Triple Imperm. And a 1 of Lancia as a crossout target. And that's all of our hand traps. Triple cross out. Unfortunately, only got to resolve this twice today, but it's nice when it comes up. And a bunch of 1 of powers. Tanky, Call By, opened this more than I did cross out. Foolish, and then the 1 of Branded Fusion. This card just kind of turns the deck on its entire head. You end the turn with a non-targeting banish and a monster negate in hand.
I think it's his back.
Trap's pretty simple. The 1 of Revolt and the 1 of Sword. Sword just says banish it, add 1 of your banished cards that lists Fallen of Alabaz back from the banished end of the hand. The first effect we don't care about, but it's just banish a bunch of fusion monsters, create tokens, doesn't do anything in our deck. Extra X actually pretty standard. The 1 of Almirage, every one that can 1 card combo should be playing this card.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that it exists the way it does. Verte, this card needs to be banned. 1 Double Dragon Lord, 2 of the Fergit, 1 of the Bearbrum. Used Bearbrum's second effect a lot today. Never really see other people doing it. You can just pitch 2 cards, bring back 1 of your banished Tri-brigade monsters, and then you just continue your combo. If you do it right, you can end on 3 Mad Appaloosas with a banish, 3 monster negates, and another non-targeting banish, and whatever else is in your hand. You'll have 2 cards left to play with. Whatever we go, just access code. He's never actually left this on the field for anything. Doom Eagle made this today a few times. Just started putting back Despia stuff that they needed to play with. Omen. I wish I had room for the 3rd, but I just don't. Appo, you don't make it Appo as much in this variant, but when you actually are able to, your opponent's just not going to play that game. It's Dark Ruler or bust at that point, or they're going to be pitching 4 cards off of Droplet just to out your board to keep you from playing. Access code, it's standard, it's easy to make in this deck. You can do it just about any turn. Then the 3 fusions. You're only actually going to make 1 of these fusions. This will send this guy, his entire effect that we use is he goes to the grave, add a Tri-brigade from deck to hand during the end phase. This card just non-target banishes, and if it leaves the field by your opponent's card, you Raigeki during their end phase. If you brick really hard and open Branded Fusion unplayable, you can actually just summon this, use his effect, send Nib from the deck, use him, banish Alabaz and Nib, or himself, summon him, and it gets you on the next turn to Tri-brigade monsters. So it's almost full combo on its own, you just gotta survive a turn. Side is Triple Droll, came up a lot today. Double Bell. It's gonna be moved up to Triple Bell. I don't think Duster in the sides is necessary anymore. This card mattered way too much today. I wish I could have seen it more. It's probably gonna get moved to the main in all honesty. Triple Cyclone, and then the 1 of Duster. Never actually sided Duster in today. Sided in Cosmic Cyclone a few times to try and stop side locks. It works. This card is disgusting. I think I won 3 games on this today. Triple D barrier. Going first, Despia can't play the game anymore. You just chain it to any of their fusion activations, that way it goes to the grave at least. No real reason to shock at it, just let it happen and then just chain to it. Your opponent's probably going to cry. Red Reboot, might actually take this out of the side. Never sided it in today, never had a reason to. There's just too many spells in the format right now. There's one matchup where I maybe could have sided in, but it would have just been a dead card then.
You want to show us one of the combos with the new Tri-brigade card?
Yeah, sure. So, all you really need is a 1-of cat and a few discard outlets. So, normally cat, cat's effects, gated kit, gated Karis,
You only get the 1 per turn. Or if you said something different.
and the Link 2 Fairjet, kit effects. You can go ahead and dump the bird here. You don't always have to. If you have an additional name in your hand already, you can dump the bird if you're feeling confident your opponent's on enough hand traps. Otherwise, just send Nerval. Nerval gets you just anything, which add a fractal. Effect, add your summon, banish all 4 of these.
47.
Make Omen.
Yeah, I know.
Leave these 2 off for a Bear Broom.
How you do that? Jesus Christ.
For Bear Broom, Omen, you're going to go ahead and get off of your Omen.
So, like, this one's good.
Your bird. And this is where the bird mainly comes into play. This is just the main combo. So you would normally have still 4 other cards in your hand at this point, or 3 other cards in your hand. So you would pitch this to your grave, and 1 other card in your hand, usually a Beast Warrior. These are supposed to be in the grave. And any other card, and then special summon back 1 of your banished. So try and play it over here.
Yeah, let's just put this to signify the other random
Just the
card.
additional.
Yeah.
And you'll have 3 others still. Now you'll activate this effect, banish 2 more. And this is where the bird comes off. You're going to make the double Dragon Lords here.
It's broken.
Now this is going to go off, and this is where the deck just slowly starts to do whatever it wants. This is where you're going to add the Albion. Albion effect for cost, you're going to send to the grave Branded Sword, put it back to the bottom of the deck, draw an additional card. Then you're going to activate this effect, banish it, add the Merc back to your hand, go into a Link 2, make your Verte, use your Verte here. You're going to go ahead and send your Branded Fusion and your Albex. Then send your Bear Broom as part of it.
It's broken. And then you'll be able to search.
Yep. And that way you get your search without being locked out of special summoning any other monsters than Tri-brigades. So now, you also could do the Fairjet effects, but so like we'll just say it's this. If you're honestly just digging for hand traps, your end hand you want to just have all hand traps and no other Tri-brigade monsters because you're going to be searching them. And then you get your Bear Broom effect, obviously. Add your Revolt, put any card back, it doesn't really matter. So now that we have the fusion monster on the board, this card says that because we control a fusion monster that lists Alabaz, it becomes a monster negate in hand.
Yeah.
So at minimum, you now have a non-targeting banish, another non-targeting banish, a bounce, and a monster negate, and 3 other hand traps that can be something along the lines of Nibiru, Ash, Veiler, Imperm, Ghost Ogre, Lancia. And you basically just try and tell your opponent no.
Awesome. Any shoutouts?
All the guys at TCM, Tony, Kyle, Iggy, my Flunder gang, Manny, Ian, the works, all of TCM. You guys are awesome there. That's about it, man.
All right, thank you. And shout out to my sponsor, Pandora Prodigies. Check out our TCG links in the bottom. Thank you.
Yes, sir.